Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, The Island Monster from 1954. It's the 41st film in the 50 Driving Movie Classics collection, is directed by Roberto Bianchi Montero, and stars Boris Karloff and Franca Marzi. Well, looks like I was wrong again. No surprise there. I assumed from the title of this film that it would be a horror movie, or at the very least, a monster movie, but it turns out to be a movie about drug smuggling and kidnapping, so a metaphorical monster, not a literal one. Well, could only find a few photos from this film when I did a search on the internet and a shit ton of photos from Godzilla movies. Which makes sense when you consider I typed The Island Monster and the year it released in 1954 into the search bar because Godzilla could be categorized as an island monster and his first movie came out in 1954. Anyway, I just fucking can't with this movie. Thanks to a special combination of it being terrible and its poor presentation, I had to tap out and cry for mercy and not finish it. Oh, worry not, I tried. I tried really hard. 5 times I watched this goddamn movie, and 5 times it put me to fucking sleep. Like I said, what I saw wasn't terribly interesting, but probably more damning was the presentation problems of all the audio being so fuzzy it was hard to understand any of it at all, and if you can't understand the dialogue, it's really hard to understand what's going on in any given scene, and if you can't understand that, you may as well fucking give up, because what is the motherfucking point? So yeah, tried watching this 5 different times and fell asleep each time. I even tried watching different chapters of the film and not try from the beginning each time, and it did not matter, it still put me to fucking sleep. Other than accusing this film of being a nothing sandwich, I did notice one thing that I guess I could talk about that would count as talking about the film. The movie was originally Italian and was therefore dubbed into English, and not very well at that. But the dubbing job that was the absolute worst, possibly one of the worst dubbing nightmares I've ever been witness to, is the dub job on the daughter character who about 30 minutes into the film is kidnapped. It is so obvious that she has been dubbed by a young woman and not by an actual kid because it sounds so incorrect. Add to this that the little girl character cries a lot and you have yourself a recipe for perhaps the most annoying thing I've ever heard. A young woman trying to sound like a kid trying to whine and cry. It is quite simply the fucking worst. All of these reasons go into my judgment that this film deserves an F- for being so bad it's unfinishable. Come back tomorrow when I'll review the 2008 remake, Death Race. See y'all then.